Okay, today let's talk about um, for typical FDA submissions like BLA or NDA submissions. One of the key components is the SAS programs. So these files need to be submitted along with your dataset or outputs. So let's talk about this, how we submit it or what we need to be submitted. Okay, so as you can see, this is the most recent study data technical conformance guide from FDA. So we're exclusively talking about FDA guide, not PMDA or EMA. Okay, so this is the guide, most recent one. Okay, let's go down. So this is just the revision history. So the table of content, let's go down a little bit. There's a section analysis data model. That's for the Atom dataset. There's a section for software programs. So if we go there, 16 page. So almost there. Okay, let's add okay, it's here. So as you can see, there's only one paragraph here, not much text, but I'll talk about this in more detail. So about the minimum requirement for programs to be submitted, the guide here can see all Atom datasets. That's the requirement, and also the tables and figures associated with primary and secondary efficacy analysis. So this is the main requirement: the Atom dataset and the table programs for primary and secondary efficacy, not included safety. So this is the minimum requirement. But a study team, when they do the submission, they have the flexibility to submit more programs. They can submit more table programs such as the demographic tables, some kind of key AE safety tables. They can include no problem. So here there's a flexibility about what programs the study team can submit. You can submit more just in case that FDA may request more programs except the required programs here. Okay, and let's go down a little bit. So the main purpose why they want these programs, they just want to understand the process by which the variables for the respective analysis were created and confirm the analysis algorithm. So they don't want to be executed on the FDA's computing system. They just want to know the algorithm. Okay, this is for FDA submission. So the programs will be submitted in the text format, which means all your programs should be .txt format. You need to convert the .sas to .txt file. And for the naming conventions, there's a requirement. So you have to be lowercase, you have to be numbers or letters and hyphens. There's no, you cannot use underscore, you cannot use uppercase. So this is important. So just for your study team, whenever possible, from the start of the study, when you name your program file, you name it like lowercase 09 and A to Z. So that will eliminate any confusion when doing the submission stage. For example, for the table program, you can just name it as T table number, and it may be like population table, just like that. Will be very convenient. Okay, and for the atom dataset, it's quite straightforward, like ADSL, just lowercase. I know many companies, they have program files have like capital ones underscores. Is still very common in many companies, which they have to modify their table program files names, which is not convenient, especially during the submission stage. You have lots of activity and timelines tight, so try to start with like that. For the listings, like you can start from L, like that. Okay. Figure, you can start with F. Okay. So the last thing I want to talk about is where we should put these ones, software programs. As you can see, in the submission package, there is a folder called, under the Atom folder, there's a programs folder called, you will put the program files there, and we need to describe what programs we have, and each programs the description for that. So it's one file, you know, that we have ADRG analysis data reviews guide. It's a PDF file. In the last section of this file, there is a section exclusively for the software programs to be submitted. So in that section, you can list whenever programs you have, what kind of macros you have. So and for that section, it is kind of flexible how you could describe all your programs. You can just list basic information like program name, what is the categories, table, figure, or data set, and then a brief description, 1 or 2 lines. You can also do a really robust work, like have a hyperlink for each program, so it shows blue, so whenever FDA reviews click that, the SAS programs in text format will pop up, and they can clearly see the code right there. Or another way, you can just have a separate file, can call programs reviews guide PDF, which can have multiple pages for you can describe each programs in detail, the hyperlinks, and how to set up, or you want the agents can execute the programs on the net system, although this is not a requirement. But if you do this kind of robust work, the agents will be really appreciate that. And if you do this, for the future submission like PMDA, Japanese FDA, they want to execute your code. So in this way, you don't need double work. So for different agencies, you can just use that method. You just include this file with really thorough description and how the agents can execute the programs. Then you are good to multiple agent submissions. Okay, so I hope this is clear and can benefit your future submissions. And please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you.